Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have an expansion for the board game Theseus, The Dark Orbit. It's the Hunter's expansion, brought to you by Portal Games. I picked this up at the Complete Strategist in New York City for 50% off. Again, let's take a look at this. We have changed the card placement, use enemy actions and traps, move freely within the station, wound enemy for taking his actions, steal resources, and we're talking about the Hunter faction sector. This is an expansion set which can only be used with Theseus, the Dark Orbit board game. It says, the 07 corridor hatch light shone red. The security officer pressed the camera's preview button, empty, quiet, and peaceful. It looks like a temporary system error, but still needs to go and check. Meanwhile, in hallway OB, there are three silhouettes moving as quietly as shadows, caught up in the steel door. A well-built brute adjusted the gun hanging around his back while crouching down, biting an unlit cigar. A scared woman in a leather jacket looked questioningly at the tattooed spectacled man. That man came closer to the door and looked at the lock. A mechanical hand bent the hood and plugged the wires. After a moment, a green light announced his success. Watching in the capsule, the rest of the gang heard a whisper coming from the communicator. It worked. We're inside. So again, this is an expansion. You must have a copy of Theseus, the Dark Orbit to play this game. Again, this came out in 2015. Original retail value was $19. Again, I got it for 50% off because I already owned the core box set. Again, for more information about this game, go to portalgames.pl. And it was made by the great people in Portal Games, who are located in Poland. Okay, so let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. Put that in the garbage can and move on. Nothing else inside. All right, put that to the side. So you get your faction board. So this is the Hunter faction board. So this would be the ship that's now locking onto the Theseus from the outside, breaking in, and now going to be joining the fray with the, again, there's 4 factions in the core box set that comes in the game. So the Hunters, this is the add-on. So the 4 factions you have, there are the Greys, you have the Aliens, you have the Marines, and you have the Scientists. So this would be your board if you're playing the role of the Hunters. That's cool. And again, you're trying to either reduce the other players down to 0 life points, which everybody starts off with 20, or you're trying to gain 20 data points by collecting information about the other factors, or other factions, I should say. All right, so let's take a look at the rules. You don't have to read these rules, okay? Let's throw these out. Now, let's get back to here. Go to the website to watch a short video to learn how to play Hunters. Then again, that's portalgames.pl. Background information, here are your components. Notes on cards, Hunter's units, airlock, alarm, attachment, the different cards that we have here, all the different kind of cards and how they're utilized. Over here, it's going to say cards and allied duplications. Again, great people brought to the game. And Hawken, one of their other games that came out already. All right, so there's your rules. And your board, your faction board. You also have some nice counters here. Counters are made out of nice thick carbon, as I always say. It goes right back in. It's a nice quality counter, so it's very, very nice. You have some blanks here because you have some stickers also. So just like in the other game, you get the triangles, you get the arms that can grab things. This one I'm not so sure about, but then you have some of these as well, which you can put some stickers on. And speaking of stickers, here are your stickers. These are for, again, you have your wooden counters, which are right here, which are your player pieces. These go on the tracker board to track your health and your data points. And these are your 3 characters. And you have your fronts and your backs. And these are stickers that you take off and you put them on your different wooden pieces here. Right? Nothing go on the small ones. Those are just for trackers. This goes over here. And you could take, I'm assuming you might be able to put these on here. No, it looks like they're too big. You can put on a couple of the small ones. I'm not sure. Okay, the big ones have to go on the regular size. All right, so you get 2 of these. 2 stickers also for your tokens. There you go. And you also get, a baggie to keep all your stuff in, which is always helpful. And you get your faction cards. So let me crack that open here. I played the Theseus game the other day with my kids, and they had a really fun time. At first, it was a little bit complex to understand all the rules, but once you get the hang of it, it's a very smooth running game, and it's challenging because you got to think before you act, obviously, just like in most games that you have. But it gets tricky because you never know what someone's going to try to pull on you. So it's kind of a tug-of-war game where you don't really know until the end who's going to win. I think the scientists have a little bit of advantage only because with the recording, they put the like their video recorders out there, and they gain a lot of points. They're not very good tactically. In other words, they're not good fighters. But with those video cameras around, they get these points all of a sudden, and you're like, it just gets frustrating. So I was the Marines. One of my daughters was the alien, and the other daughter was the scientist, and my youngest daughter was the scientist. And needless to say, she did a fantastic job beating us all by keep dropping those cameras on our heads every time we turned around. Somebody was walking into a camera, and she was getting those points. So she won by getting the most amount of data points, which was great. So, okay, getting back to our Hunter's expansion here. These are the cards. I opened them up off camera, so this way, if I cut myself, no one needed to see that while using the blade. All right, so we got the alarm. Again, all the cards are set up the exact same way. That's for the arm that you use. You got the alarm, relocate any one of your units to another sector. And on the back, it tells you the additional rules. So this is a trap. If an enemy unit stops in a sector, you may relocate any one point of your unit, or any one of your units, from any other sector, one sector further. The relocated unit doesn't take any actions but falls into traps. Okay, so you got that. You got sabotage, more sabotage, infiltration, capsule. Relocate the unit and the capsule to any sector. Theft. Take from an enemy in this sector 1 bonus card or 1 upgrade token, or receive 1 upgrade token. Again, theft. Nanotoxin. If an enemy stops here, move the marker by 1. So the triangle moves up. So the nanotoxin does. It's a trap. If enemy unit stops in a sector, move the nanotoxin's point marker by 1. Action. If you stop in the sector, each enemy faction receives a number of wounds equal to the number of nanotoxin points collected on this card. After applying the wounds, reverse the nanotoxin points marker by 2. All right. Plan, install any pending card. Attachment. Pay 1 DP to use an adjacent enemy action module duplicate trap card. Attachment. Pliers. Pliers grab the enemy 5 wounds if he moves. So again, when these the scientists have this, when they have an arm, it grabs you. The only way you can get out of the arm is if another one of your team members comes into the room and gets the pliers off you, then immediately just drops off. You got pliers. The airlock. Pay 1 DP to switch places of 2 installed cards. Hidden capsule. When coming back from space, resolve your turn in the regular way. You may move to the space field from here. Cooperation. Relocate 1 of your other units to any sector. Trick. Pay 1 DP to relocate an enemy unit to any other sector. That's a trick. Then we got some of these gold cards, which are waste. Each player starting from you may install 1 chosen card from his discard pile. So this is a bonus card. If you install your card in the installed card slot with a bonus card already placed there, take this bonus card and use it whenever you want during any of your turns. So this is, okay, waste, and malfunction. Relocate malfunction token whenever you want during your turn. Bonus, if you installed your card in the installed card slot with a bonus card already placed there, take this bonus card and use it whenever you want during any of your turns. So these cards are up for anybody. They can grab these and give them bonuses to their players. So again, you have your token sheet here. You have your wooden tokens right here, which are your player movers, and your tracker for your wounds and data points. So you got your bonus cards here. You got these here. You got your sector board there. You got a nice handy dandy extra baggie to keep all your stuff in, and you've got your rules. And this is everything that's included. This concludes our unboxing of Theseus, the Dark Orbit Hunters expansion for the core box set of Theseus, the Dark Orbit. You can only use the materials here if you have the core game Theseus, the Dark Orbit, brought to you by Portal Games. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.